Hello everyone, Tristan Turns Pages back with another video. This time recapping the top books I've read so far in the month of July. Ones that really stuck out. Still got a couple weeks left in the month. But did want to point out administratively before we jump in, my background's a lot cleaner thanks to my lovely wife. I've got a mustache now, so don't let that distract you. And then was hoping to brainstorm on the background to my channel. Right now it's a little plain. Feel free to leave a comment on what I should have in the background going forward. So let's jump in. Top books again in the first half of July. Things I've been reading, really enjoying. Starting off in the fiction category with the Dark Tower series. Been reading the Stephen King series, 7 books for a while now, but the last one, The Dark Tower, is the 7th book in the series. Really puts everything together in a nice culmination of things. Ties up a lot of loose ends. Lets Stephen King kind of riff on his eccentric at times style, and quirkiness maybe is a better word. So really thankful for Stephen King for writing this. You guys know I'm a big fan, but in particular, this one hit on all the right notes of being adventure-based, but also letting some of the literary elements shine. Secondly, another series I've been surprisingly enjoying is the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett. I've been going through these a lot faster, rating them a lot higher than I might normally have thought I would for a very British humor based adventure fantasy book. But the 5th one I've read, Sorcery, is really good. Look forward to continuing the series. You can follow along with how I'm going through them. There's a lot of them, and I have my Goodreads link to become my friend in the description of this channel. Moving on to nonfiction, been really enjoying some of the, more biography-based, true story nonfiction. Out of a Far Country is a great one in the Christian nonfiction category. Christopher Yuan wrote this one with his mom. I actually have a signed edition by Christopher and his mom, and really cool perspective on coming of age, finding your faith for both of them. The chapters go back and forth between the mom and the son. Also, the main highlight of the book is Christopher's struggle with same-sex attraction and some of the stigma around that in the Christian faith. So, really good read. Highly recommend. Quick read. Next, We Fed an Island by Jose Andres. Really good on the culinary side of things, but also had a lot of elements about geopolitical involvement, crisis response. We Fed an Island by Jose Andres also highlights. I've been reading a little bit more of the culinary fiction, nonfiction, and I think The Bear on Hulu has had something to do with that. I've been watching through that. Careless People, about Facebook. This is from the perspective of a former top executive at Facebook, some of the goings-ons and the company's early 2010s days as they were striving to gain more users, as well as transition to affecting how users interact with content, maybe or maybe not affecting how certain political campaigns were affected, and really a strong perspective from someone who was right there with Mark, had a lot of private room stories about Mark, maybe colored a little bit by the fact that they're no longer with the company, kind of had a messy exit. So take that with a grain of salt, but Careless People, also wanted to mention that because it was on my want to reads for the second half of 2025. Lastly, Brothers by Alex Van Halen. As you might expect, brother, bandmate of Eddie Van Halen, the legend. Probably would have given this a 5 stars if it weren't for the fact that Sammy Hagar is completely left out of the book. I find that quite strange, and been some controversy and scandal around why that is. But Brothers by Alex Van Halen rounds out the list. That's all I have. Hope you give these books a chance. A good smattering of fiction series and nonfiction. Back with a guest next time. Very special guest. See you all then.